Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to Shabbat services here at Central Synagogue. We say hello, of course, to all of you joining in our sanctuary, and we wave hello to our live streamers and our entire virtual community, including our neighbors and those of you joining us on JBS. I am Rabbi Dan Ross, joined on the Bima this evening by my dear friends, both who hail from the great state of Michigan, Cantor Jenna Pearsall and cantorial intern Beth Reinstein. And we wave as well to Dave Strickland and all of us. Also from Michigan? Oh my gosh, I'm way outnumbered here. I will not be rooting for the Buckeyes or anything. Okay, all right. I know. Go blue, go blue. I did it, okay. We say thank you to all of our musicians, as well as to our Shabashim who greeted you, our entire events, technical and operations staff who make all of these services possible. At this time, if you have some sort of device on you that might take you out of the opportunity to be fully present for our gathering for this Shabbat, we invite you to turn it onto airplane mode as we soar up into the heavens, or to turn it off completely. And after you do that, go ahead and say hello to the people around you. We continue our services with the lighting of the Shabbat candles as we welcome up Ellie and Joan Siegel. Ellie and Joan Siegel. We continue Kabbalat Shabbat with Lechuna Ranana on your order of service.
La
we continue with Shiru Ladonai on your order of service and on page 13.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. Basrum Yom Leyom Yeshuato, Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shir Adonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. Basrum Yom Leyom Yeshuato, Sapru v'goyim kevodo.
Conclude Kabbalat Shabbat with Lecha Dodi on page 20. We will be singing verses 1 to 5 and 9, rising on the 9th verse to face the door and greet Shabbat.
Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi, Ya la 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 Lekrat Kala, Ya la 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 Penei Shabbat, Penei Shabbat Nekabel, Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi, Ya la 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 Lekrat Kala. שלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יא אליי לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת, פני שבת נקבל, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת, פני שבת
We remain standing for our call to prayer, Baruch Hu, on page 146.
Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses. Come, come all of you, come all of us, and bless the one who blesses.
Please be seated. We continue with the Hebrew of Ma'ariv Aravim on page 147. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim b'chochma poteach she'arim uvivuna meshatnei itim umachalif et hazmanim umsader et hakochavim b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים.
Page 148. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world.
In each age we are challenged by our ancient teaching. At each moment we stand face to face with truth.
In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment the knowing heart is filled with wonder.
In each age, the children of Torah become its builders and seek to set the world firm on a foundation of truth. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'beitecha u'lechtecha b'derech u'shokbecha u'fkumecha u'shatam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot ben einecha וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We continue on page 152 with Micha Mocha, our redemption song.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you? Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilo rosefele nora tehilo osefele malchutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam zeheli anu ve'ameru zeheli anu ve'ameru Adonai Yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilo rosefele nora tehilo osefele.
For Hashkivenu this evening, we have the debut of Beth's Hashkivenu that will be on her new album.
Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom L'shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlom Becha Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom L'shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlom V'tapnenu b'etzah tova milfanecha v'hoshi'enu למען שמך והגן בדנו וחסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב ורעב ויגון השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shomecha V'harchek mimenu avon v'pesha v'tzel kinafecha tastirenu Ki el shomreinu matzileinu ata Ki el hanun v'rachum ata U'shmor tzeiteinu v'oenu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ata Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol Amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim.
We rise in every way we are able for the Amidah, which can be found on page 155.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Adonai Sfatai Tiftach Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Elorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני ולהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור עולם אדוני, מחיי מתים, אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר עצורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות ומדומה לך, מלך מביט ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. בנאמן אתה לחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, העיר הקדוש.
We continue in silence with the words on the page or the words in our hearts, seated or standing, as is our custom.
הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום עלינו. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Illness, pain, mental health struggles, loneliness. These are the curses that shape so much of modern life. These are forces not of our own choosing, but that does not make them any less powerful. Shabbat reminds us that while we live in these struggles, we can still take a step back and give ourselves the gift of time, of spaciousness, of connection, and of rest. This day can let us lay down our worries and lean into the supporting arms and prayers of our community. Tonight we bring to mind those in need of our community of support and prayer. They are Steve Krebs, Margot Mincer, Lee Rokich, Ariel Steinloff, and Bernice Lazare. There are others as well, those who you hold in your heart. Please share those names aloud now. Think of what you need to lay down the curses in your life, even just for a moment, and keep that in your mind as we sing our prayer for healing, words on your order of service. This week's Torah portion reminds us that even though curses are arrayed before us, so too are blessings. And if we can, that we must choose and seize these blessings. We have already acknowledged the curses, so now let's celebrate our blessings. If I name a blessing that applies to you this week, I'll invite you to rise and stay standing until eventually we are all standing together as one joyful community. If you had a birthday, an anniversary, a friendiversary, or as Rabbi Berman likes to say, a pet-aversary, in the week that just passed or the week to come, I invite you to rise. If this is your first time at Central, we welcome you and invite you to rise. Wow. Did you know that the Second Sisterhood was formed at Central Synagogue in the 1890s? Tonight, the most recent generation of sisterhood leadership in North America, the leaders of the Women of Reform Judaism, are here with us, and we acknowledge the blessings that you represent. I invite you all to stand. This weekend, we mark International Left-Handers Day, so if you are left-handed, please rise. If you are a middle child, Congratulations, tomorrow is National Middle Child Day. Please rise. If you made a fresh direct order today, Mazel Tov. It's National Shop Online for Groceries Day. Please rise. And if you are just grateful for the peace and rest and space of Shabbat, please join us in standing for the Shehechianu on your order of service. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh.
Please remain standing as we give honor to the Torah.
Amen, Amen, Amen Yisrael Chai. 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 In this week's Parashah Re'eh, Moses continues his final speech to the Israelites. In this part of Moses' speech, he's explaining the blessings and the curses that will befall the Israelites if they do or don't follow God's laws. I will be chanting chapter 16, verses 15 through 17, that you can follow along with your blue Bibles on page 1450, 1450. For the honor of the Aliyah, I would like to invite up Rabbi Liz P.G. Hirsch, Executive Director, Sarah Charney, President, and the Executive Committee of the Women of Reform Judaism North American Board. Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Shivat yamim tachok la'Adonai Elohecha b'makom asher yivchar Adonai ki yivarechecha Adonai Elohecha b'chol tevuatcha uv'chol maseh yadecha v'hayita ach sameach Shalosh pe'amim b'shana yira'eh kol zechurecha et pnei Adonai Elohecha b'makom asher yivchar B'chog hamatzot, u'v'chag hashavuot, u'v'chag hasukot, v'lo yira'eh et pnei Adonai rekam. Ish kematnat yado, kevirakat Adonai Elohecha, asher natan la.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you all so much. The story usually goes something like this. I'm running at full speed towards the stage after just being told I need to go on for the lead role in the musical we're putting on. I burst through the curtains, enter from stage left, and whoops, I don't have my costume. Or I don't know any of my lines. Full panic mode setting in as I look at a packed audience of people ready to judge me at my core. And then, poof, I wake up, breathing heavy, knowing that I just transported a decade back to my high school musical career. Yep, you guessed it, I was having a stress stream, typically plaguing my sleep around the high holidays, as I am a perpetual worrier, even apparently when unconscious. A comment I frequently get after services from people attending for the first time, and there's many of you here tonight, is, wow, it's just like a Broadway show, which I totally get. because to my left are 7 Broadway caliber musicians, some of whom literally leave here to take their spots among the orchestra for shows like Camelot and Parade, just to name a few. And when I get this comment, my initial reaction is, I'm so glad it isn't, knowing that I intentionally did not go down that road. The shining lights of the stage brought me so much joy as a teen, but it also brought pain and heartbreak that still wakes me up in the middle of the night after I've transported there in a dream that feels way too real. In Parshat Re'eh, we are told that throughout the 3 festivals, the Israelites would need to present themselves before God, not showing up empty-handed, each with their own gift according to the blessing that God gave them. In other words, no one could possibly bring 2 gifts that were alike due to God blessing each of us with unique skills, talents, and purpose upon our creation. The Mishnah Sanhedrin backs this up, stating that when God stamped all people with the seal of Adam, the first human, not one person was made similar to another. I read this and asked myself, why would we waste time striving to be anyone but ourselves, knowing that each of us is individually blessed by God to be unique? There's a Hasidic tale in which this question rings true. Reb Zusha was laying on his deathbed surrounded by his disciples. He was crying, and no one could comfort him. One student asked his Rebbe, "Why do you cry? You were almost as kind as Abraham and almost as wise as Moshe." Reb Zusha answered, "When I pass from this world and appear before God, God won't ask me, 'Zusha, weren't you as wise as Moses or as kind as Abraham?' But rather God will ask me, 'Zusha, why weren't you Zusha? Why didn't I fulfill my potential? Why didn't I follow the path that could have been mine?' Zusha knew that God would not bother asking how he had strived to be like others. God would want to know how Zusha used his unique gifts to impact the world, carving out his own path. Back in high school, when my life centered around auditioning and dreaming of getting the lead role, I asked myself so many questions. Why can't I be the it girl getting any part I wanted? How can I force myself so far out of my comfort zone that they will finally give me the part? When will it be my turn? When would I be enough? I was praying for the demise of others who were auditioning. They were the competition, but also people I had been friends with since elementary school. I was stuck in an endless cycle of comparing myself and stoking the fires of jealousy when others got the part or the solo over me, desperately wishing I could be someone else, someone who was chosen. I went to a summer theater camp where the director picked apart my appearance in front of the whole cohort, telling me all the things that would detract from my ability to get parts, all the things I couldn't change about myself, my height, my build, my hair, my eye color. I was labeled by this man as too average. I wish I could hug that 16-year-old hearing those words I'm sure the director doesn't even remember now, but words that would echo throughout the unfolding years. In that moment, that girl wanted to be anyone but herself. It would take time and years of healing to overcome the insecurity caused by those critiques. If only I had realized what I know now, that my strengths, my talents, and my skills would be embraced somewhere entirely different, and that the path to a happy life was simply finding myself and embracing the unique blessings God gave to me, embracing me. Once I accepted who I am and realized the power I had inherent within me, that would be when I would thrive. We are in an age where we endlessly scroll through our social media feeds, seeing our friends' perfectly curated photos and posts fly by, wondering to ourselves how they could have it all figured out. It can be hard to embrace yourself and your own identity when it seems like everyone around you has bought the house in the Hamptons, gotten the promotion, or adopted the adorable golden retriever puppy. When we remind ourselves what the Torah teaches in this parsha, that we each show up with our own gifts, our own timelines, and our own purpose, we can push aside the negativity and the comparisons that get us nowhere but feeling down on ourselves and feeling like something is wrong with us. Last week, I was in Oregon with my husband on vacation, and on our last day, we stopped into the famous Powell's City of Books, a gigantic bookstore with countless rooms, floors, and thousands of books. I stumbled upon the self-help section and found a used book on sale written by Dale Carnegie in 1948 called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. I cracked it open, hoping to unlock the secrets to leading a less worrisome existence, knowing the season of stress dreams was fast approaching. There, I found a quote, highlighted by the previous owner as if it were waiting for me. It read, "You can sing only what you are. You can paint only what you are. You must be what your experiences, your environment, and your heredity have made you, for better or for worse. You must play your own little instrument in the orchestra of life." Reading that quote, I felt like I had cracked the code. All we can strive for in this life is to bring our own gifts to the table, contributing the music of our own souls, playing our own tune, and coming into ourselves without adapting the melody of another. Your instrument may literally not be able to play the tune someone else is playing, and that's okay. Your instrument has its own range, tuning, and style, unique unto itself. Your instrument holds power, as it was given to you by God, a blessing only meant for you. Go unto yourself, go unto yourself, go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. Each and every one of us, at some point or another, has to go forth on this journey. Become all that we can be. We will become all that we can be. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself.
you are and the power you hold to have an impact on the world. The more you come into you, you'll see the world start to change. You'll see the world start to change. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. A journey into ourselves and a journey translating ourselves to the world and giving up what we are to the world. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself. Go unto yourself.
Please rise as we lift and dress the Torah.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל. אבי אדוני ביד משה. יאללה לילה לילה יאללה לילה לילה יאללה לילה
We turn to page 282 for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גאולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשה כגויי הארצות, ולא צבענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו בהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated.
ויתקדש Shemei Rabba.
We ponder the past. We think about the future. Where have we been? Where are we now? What is the connection? What heritage did I receive from my parents? What will I bequeath to my children and grandchildren? What gifts have I received from my brothers, my sisters, my friends? What can I give to others? Where does my people, my community fit in my life? If I can make someone's life better, I will not regret the past. If I can help someone grow, I will not fear the future. O God, let me make some mark on this world. Let me create some image. Let me leave some memory of myself. If only for an instant, let someone think or say, the world is better because I passed this way. Judith Hertz, Women of Reform Judaism. This week we are mourning the recent passing of Roz Bernstein, Joan Blum, August Michael Thea, Helen Forster, Eva Freen, Joyce Kirschenblatt, Kenneth J. Lux, Florence Schneiderman, Cantor Philip L. Sherman, and Seth Sugar. We remember those who died in this season in years past. Nettie Bezoza, Selma Blau, Nelson Blitz, Rose Bondi, Philip Braveman, Frank Breslow, Henry Brinberg, Margaret Jennings Coffey, Charles Diamond, Herman Director, Rose Disman, Charles Dworkis, Selma Engelhart, Bernard Fabricant, Marjorie Gluck, Barbara Goldberg, Arthur Goldsmith, Susanna Goodman, Aaron Gurney, Walter Harrison, Julia Hardman, Robert Jacobs, Robert Kamen, Sidney Cantor, Leon Katzeff, Maurice Katz, Ruth Katz, Robert D. Kleinman Jr., Stephen Cumble, Sheldon Lambert, Nathan Lemler, Stanley Lesser, Shirley Levine, Irene Kolisher Lieberberg, Amy Lynn, Robert Manowitz, Jeanette Miller, Martha Bennett Moore, Lillian Mond, Gerald Monter, Marion Morris, Jed Moss, Sandra Nagelberg, Daniel Nelson, Morris Novick, Jeffrey Nunberg, Richard Oppenheim, Francis Perlman, Harry Phillips, John Prince, Samuel Rankin, Jeanette Robinson, Herbert S. Rosen, Leslie Rosenberg, Anne Rosenfeld, Seymour Rosenhaus, Jeremy Sadaka, Earl Schiff, William Schneider, Saul Schumann, Arthur Siegel, Leo Siegel, Roberta Sindel, Ida Sklar, Kitty Snower, Barbara Summerfield, Joyce Sutherland, Evelyn Sprung, Robert Vishnick, Belle Waldstein, and Alvin Zapersky. If you lost a loved one in the past week and are in the period of Shiva, I invite you to rise. If you are in the period of Shloshim, 30 days since the loss of your loved one, we invite you to rise. If you are here observing a yahrzeit tonight, please rise. As one community united in love and loss, we all rise and turn to page 294 for Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, b'yama divarach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי בקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן ויאמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
Shalom, shalom במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. אמן.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
It's so good to see all of you. And of course, you can always join us here in the sanctuary for services or via live stream and all of the various virtual ways. An exciting announcement, we will be having a program called Understanding What We Sing, 3 conversations with 2 extraordinary cantors on Tuesdays from August 22nd through September 5th from 6 to 7 p.m. This will be a virtual program with our very own cantor Dan Mutlu and special guest cantor Richard Cohen, the former director of the Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music at HUC. I got that right? Yeah. Okay, good. Who will be interviewed by former Central President and esteemed journalist Abby Pogrebin to talk about the origins, history, and intentions and challenges of music in our time. We hope to see you tomorrow morning for our Mishkan service with me and Beth in the pavilion at 9:30 a.m. or virtually via Zoom. And at this time, we invite up all children under the age of B'nai Mitzvah to come up and help us lead us in the Kiddush and Motziv blessings, which can be found on page 5. I did see a few of you out there, and if you need a grown-up to help you, your grown-up is welcome to join. Come on up.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah banu. B'shabbat kodsho ve'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher yitziat mitzrayim. Ki banu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'anim. B'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. We'll be closing with words of Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam.
Shabbat Shalom.